Angry, 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 Aussie. 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 Angry, 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 Aussie. 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 Angry, 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 angry.
Sunday night, Laserdisc night. Also just chilling for a start. Okay. Step the first for warming up. Pour myself clarified cocktail. Laser discs. Oh, damn, Justin, you had an accident, but you're okay and you think your car will be too. I'm glad you're okay. That's a thing. All right. Peel me a bit of orange. I got a different sort of orange. Will I regret it? No, apparently not. That's a good peel. I like it. Yeah. Orange all over there. Trim a bit of pith. Oh, nice. Heiny, having an adulting day? Getting shit done? Did my basic ones, laundry, dishwasher, cooked myself some food, all those good things. Hey, Pat, how are you doing? Good to see you. Yes, I watched Sanjuro. It's our movie of the week. Of course I watch it. That's why I'm samurai maxing tonight. Meeting my movie of the week obligations. So, Justin, you were at an intersection. Car in front of you moved forward. Then you stopped running into. I have had extremely similar things happen. I looked up on Difford's. I got a drink that combines Japanese whiskey and sake. And coconut water, oddly enough, which has the slightly dodgy name of Cocoa Geisha. Ray's need a house cleaner. Sick of it. Someone give you a winning lotto ticket. Yeah, thoughts crossed my mind too. Jesus, oh God, I just fucked up. How annoying. Oh well. C'est la vie. Yeah, misjudged. Like I said, literally, Justin, I've had something really similar happen. Left turn, and a guy in front of me started turning left. And so I'm like, okay, off forward. And then I was looking, okay, is there anything oncoming? And just in the second, I looked like that. Dickhead slammed on his brakes for no reason. It's still technically my fault. But yeah, I took my eye off him and not severely, but, did rear end him. Pat, I am fine. Glad you're doing good. Watched a couple of movies, clean up, Outback with Sophie. Hello, Sophie. I'm getting myself a cherry or two, because that's how I do. Okay, Justin, yes. What happened? Yeah, no, it's easy enough to do. Or little things to do. Look, I've got my Biscoff whiskey coming along nicely. I just got to shake it up again. Shake it every day, maybe a couple times a day. Might leave that in till, I don't know, later in the week. Yeah, no, I thought you were replying to Pat. Infected, well, it looks a bit, the foam doesn't look great, but I do filter it before I drink it. Hello, Safa. Date night was really good. Went to a place called the Arcadia Whiskey Bar that does some of my favorite cocktails. They make basically the best creamy desserty cocktail I think I've had, and the best sour cocktail I think I've had. And their make of like classic boozy drinks, my favorite style. They just do them really well. Justin took 2 hours to get the cars disconnected. Tow truck driver saw it and helped. Damn. Wasn't packed. We should have gone earlier. I forgot they had a happy hour between 5 and 7. $15 cocktails instead of $20 to $25 cocktails. It's like, oh well. There were a couple of groups. I'm sure they like it when the groups, because I think groups talk each other into, buying more food and drink. But we had a good time. You had a tuna bake. I actually used the last of the lamb I cooked the other day. Lamb and veggies in a wrap. Was good. And I had, the picture getting a workout, the interdental brush. Lamb, really stringy, gets caught between my teeth. So, had to pick away at the lamb caught between my teeth afterwards. Oh, you just looked them up, Charlie? Yeah. And in fact, they changed. Yeah, Justin, is Mitch McConnell dead or alive? Yes. It's interesting. They changed hands. What was it? 2 years ago? I know. Heine or Greg was here. Remember, because we were all lined up to shoot a video in the venue, but then the week we were going to go there, the guys running it announced they were going to close down, like, because one of them had got a serious illness and they were going to close down. But they kept going for a while and they ended up getting a buyer. And the buyer, got taught how to make all their cocktails. So they've kept the cocktail menu. The foods offerings changed a lot. But the buyer leaned really heavily into the whiskey side of it. It was always called the Arcadia Whiskey Bar, but the other guys actually didn't have all that much whiskey. Like, I think currently they have 5 to 10 times more whiskey than the previous owners. Justin, you're saying the Kentucky governor said he's been told he's dead. How long are we going to do the weekend at Bernie's? Isn't that well, is it interesting? I think it's interesting. Two senior super long time Republican political figures dying of old age, natural causes, within, like a week or so of each other. God, there's some real fucking oldies on the Democrat side too. Hey, Kirsty. Like, god damn, they're way worse than here. These American politicians hold on until they've got way more than one foot in the grave. Like, it's ridiculous how old they are, honestly. And I say this, I'm not old compared to them. These are people in their late 80s and 90s just clinging. Now I want to look it up. Oldest members of Congress. Yeah. That auto completed. You've got 88. Okay. 10 oldest members of Congress. Danny K. Davis, 82. Jim Clyburn, 83. Oh, they're both black. Interesting. They got a better life expectancy. Nancy Pelosi, 83. People who should fucking go. Steny Hoyer, 84. They're just going up by 1 year. Maxine Walters, 85. Hal Rogers, 85. Bill Pascrell, 86. Grace Napolitano, 86. Chuck Grassley, 90. There you go. Way too fucking old is all I'm saying. Yeah, Justin. Well, I think it's oh my mic. Oh Christ, is fuck doing that again. Shit. God damn it.
There you go. Switching to the Yeti. I shouldn't have to do that fucking manually. God fucking damn it. It doesn't have anything for me to switch the default. Actually, let me see. Let me see if I can find a thing. Sound mixer options? Is that what I want? Input device. No. Okay, maybe I've fixed it. We'll see next live stream, because doubtless I will forget to check. When I was setting up, I was thinking to myself, remember to check the right microphones being used. Trump and Biden both in their 80s. Well, if that website's to be believed, and I don't know how reliable it is, neither of them are in the top 10. Yeah, because Trump's just turned 80, hasn't he? A clarified cocktail. We'll see if the breathalyzer is even going to pretend to work. Doing a 10-second countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's fucked. 0.16. It is. That is my ultimate validation. It's completely fucked. Well, again, but money tends to keep people alive, and Trump's always had money. Yeah, I mean, Trump is a poster child for unhealthy lifestyle. Doesn't drink alcohol, apparently, which, is going to work in his favor. But yeah, eating-wise, he does not seem healthy. Saying the country was founded by teenagers and 20-year-olds. I've never looked into the age of the founding fathers. Hey, Greg, how are you? I'm going to finish this beverage. Then I'm going to make my Japanese-themed cocktail so we can talk about movie of the week. Which I assume, Charlie, Mark is joining us at 8:30. I don't know. I don't know his motivation, but he's said for ages he doesn't drink alcohol. And I say it like that because politicians are all fucking liars. And definitely, because George Bush, who's a fucking coke freak and alcoholic, asserted that he'd given up. That was a fucking lie. Nice. Okay, Mark loves doing movie of the week. Good. I love doing it too. Hello, Madam Butterfly. How are you today? All right, 8:15. That's enough I'll give it I don't know, 5 more minutes, and I'll make the cocoa geisha cocktail. I did not have any naps, Safa. I didn't feel the need for them. I thoroughly planned to have one on Saturday because I only slept about 6 hours after party night, and I didn't feel the need for the nap. So his brother died from alcohol poisoning. Back when he did Art of the Deal, he talked about he never drinks because it causes him to lose the edge. Yeah, but again, okay, so Trump didn't write Art of the Deal. There was a ghostwriter. B, that is a classic book and time where everything said by Trump, about Trump, it just fucking lies. So I say, yeah, he says he doesn't drink alcohol. Big asterisk next to it. Rays, I work in cybersecurity. What's my opinion on NordVPN in terms of safety and whatnot? VPNs are not my area of expertise, but I've not heard anything particularly negative about NordVPN. Yeah, I mean, Charlie, look up the story of the writer. I think even the writer interviewed him as being a bit generous. But yeah, but that's a classic time in Trump's history where anything Trump said about himself, you know, almost certainly a lie. And even the phrasing of that, don't drink alcohol because I lose my edge. There's a boasting element in that makes me completely mistrusted. But again, call me crazy, but I'm a believer in the how can you tell when Trump is lying? His lips are moving. Right, he's going to watch American Netflix. Yeah, I mean, I do a little research on them, but I've never heard particularly bad things about NordVPN. Okay, so Heine has it. Sometimes it's slow, and you don't like it for streaming services. Oh, is that something you've looked into? Do you have recommendations for a VPN for streaming services, Heine? Safa, I do believe Trump's old man drank alcohol. Charlie's Plex is better than American Netflix. I mean, that is true. Charlie uses Mulvad VPN. See, as I said, VPN's not my area of expertise. I've never heard of that. Popular with the nerds. There we go. Mulvad VPN. Don't I need that to watch porn now? Stuff uses ExpressVPN. But I'm afraid Trump's just showing his face is a lie, even without talking. All right, so I got to get a VPN and tell them I'm in New York watching porn. Okay. Don't even need to sign in. Just get the porn. Hell of a thing. Oh, is that a thing now, Justin? Passport cards. Interesting. What'll they think of next? It's a crazy modern world we live in. What is this thing that's running here? What the actual fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Something check. It's an ASA program, apparently. No. The fuck? I swear this laptop has so much fucking slop and bullshit installed on it. Sorry, it's a thing, but we don't accept them unaccepted ID when buying booze or going into venues. Okay. See, I'm so fucking out of touch. Old man shakes fist at cloud. All right. I'm going to turn this into a video. Seeing I'm making it, and it sounds kind of interesting, I'm going to make a video of making this cocktail. Good Lord. Okie dokie. I'm just going to check one thing. Well, I can't look at Discord. I'm doing something else. I'm looking at Defords. So, yes, also collectively, do me a favor and don't post stuff to Discord while I'm shooting this video. Okay. Just checking one detail on this, or two details even. Cocoa geisha. Stir. Garnish with coconut. Yep, not doing that. All right. Good to know. Okay, where's my sake? Probably use up the last of this sake, actually. Japanese whiskey. Almost gone. To see if Alex wants to come over again, because he actually provided this whiskey to come over and finish it off. Okay. Hibiki. Wait, I should get my phone for the recipe. Let me have a look. Trello. Just updated. Don't want that. Cocoa geisha. Oh yeah, sugar syrup. Okay. Okay, I'll use this sugar syrup. Okie dokie, artichoke. Okay. 45 mils whiskey. Uh, 22.5 mils sake. Ooh, just a tiny bit of sake left. I'll probably just add it, quite honestly. Right. That, and that. Let's... okay. We got a whiskey. We got a sake. Vigo. The coconut water. Ooh, this is suddenly making it opaque. And 7.5 mils sugar syrup. And with the orange bitters. Should have had that handy. Okay. Okie dokie. Now, if you want to add some ice, get a glass out too, really. Okay. This. That is tasting interesting. Lid back on. Lid back on. Okay, that's done. Oh, I just need to rearrange these a little for the purposes of the video. And this one too, temporarily, because it gives Charlie the ick. I'll leave it there. Is that a plane? I think it's just a noisy vehicle. I just realized I hadn't set up the camera. I'm going to start talking to myself. Okay. Okay. How's this one going? Still thinking. Okay. Is that already no? Is that already no? G'day cocktail lovers. This is called a Cocoa Geisha. It's a cocktail that includes Japanese whiskey and sake, which I've made to mark the fact I'm about to have a discussion with some friends about a Japanese samurai movie, Sanjuro. And so I literally looked up, what sake cocktails can I find? And this looked like it fit the bill. Mine looks a bit different than a lot of them will because one of the ingredients is coconut water. And I thought it would be fun to use this sort of limited edition coconut water, pistachio and white chocolate flavored coconut water. So it looks way milkier than normal coconut water does. But I'm looking forward to tasting it because I think it's going to be tasty. Let's go. Yeah, that has a lovely desserty taste that I actually think it wouldn't necessarily made with just regular coconut water, but I'll show you how I did make it. In a mixing glass, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of Japanese whiskey, then 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of sake, then 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of coconut water, then 1/4 of an ounce or 7.5 mils of sugar syrup, and rounding things out with 1 dash of orange bitters. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and I'm straining that into a chilled Nicanora glass. You can maybe dust the rim of this with coconut flakes or something like that, some coconutty garnish. I didn't go with that tonight, but you may want to. If you try it, obviously, with different sorts of coconut water, it's going to taste quite different. I like how this has come out. It's called a cocoa geisha. Cheers. All right. You know what? I am just going to... Oh, actually, that was a little bit more than I thought. But fuck it. There's now more sake in this. All right. Charlie's there. Dun, 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 dun. Betty's here. Veronica too. Reggie's here. All right, get this out of the way. I'll readjust the lights. I just remembered I promised to do that. Open this up because I like showing off the cabinet of wonders. Put this back in here. I might have to replace these lights sometime soon. I keep having to bash them because of maintenance. Hello, Dr. Abigail. Oh, wait, Mark's there and Charlie isn't. There's Mark. Hello.
Hey, Angry, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Good, man. Yeah, can hear you loud and clear.
Nice.
Move the comments off the stage. I've got to adjust my volume settings here. And there's Charlie.
I was just waiting for you to finish up doing your video before I joined.
On my recording device. I think it would be fine, but you know what? I want to err on the side of caution. Let's go. There we go. Lovely charged battery.
I remember when we were filming like 160.
All right. And setting that up.
We've come a long way.
Oh, where's my little stand? Oh, and I'll turn my pretty lights on too.
It's been happening, Charlie.
Yeah.
Mic on?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mic on?
Yeah, mine's on, yeah.
All right. Right.
Mine is too now.
Yep. Okay. What am I?
So you had another busy week, bro?
What am I doing? Where am I driving?
Yeah, just with the kids.
First.
Today, especially, anyway. Sundays is always a big
okay.
6 till 6. So.
Okay. Let me get sorted. I'm not sure.
Sounds like you got custody or something, you know? But yeah, no, it's just
No, Katie works on Sunday.
It's my end. Don't worry about it.
So I got to watch them on the Sunday. So
okay.
Yep.
I can fix that.
So between the both of you work 7 days a week, pretty much, eh?
Und so. That is
she works 2.5 days a week. I work the 5. So
yeah, so yeah. 8.5. 8.5 days a week, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. Recording.
Crikey jingos.
It's like getting off work, with the kids doing the 12-hour shift.
Yep. You've got to get away from them somehow.
Yeah. No.
All right. Well, welcome back. We're doing Move of the Week, but did anyone watch anything good this week?
I watched it.
Oh, what did you watch this week?
Besides our movie of the week, just to really mix things up, I did actually watch The Sheep Detectives.
Yeah.
Because
How
I'd heard
cute.
interesting things about that, and
Yeah.
it was kind of funny to watch a kids' movie, but a kids' movie with a bit of imagination and style, quite honestly, and fun characters.
I did not guess the bad guy. Did you guess the bad guy?
I don't think anyone's going to guess the bad guy because
That
it was
was
too
like,
obscure.
oh, how cool is that? That's good because me and Sophie were like, I usually like to try to get the mystery before they do the whole unravel thing, at the end.
I don't think it was possible to get that. There was so much guesswork. Oh, I suppose the big thing was
so many red herrings, Yeah.
I suppose the big thing that could have tipped you to it was the winter lamb saying, "I saw our shepherd's ghost," and what he meant is, "I saw someone who smelled exactly like the shepherd." I think that's the one thing that could have tipped you to it.
But that tipped us towards the daughter rather than the son, But moving on, because we're not trying to ruin the movie for anybody, I saw Little Brother, which is the new Eric Andre and John Cena movie.
Yeah.
And it's a pile of shit. I do not recommend it for anybody. I feel like I physically lost brain cells watching it. It's a Netflix comedy. Need I say more? Don't watch it.
Were you guys talking about Obsession the other week? The movie Obsession?
Yeah.
I still haven't watched it. Yeah.
I watched that one, and it was actually really good. I was
not bad,
surprised.
yeah.
I was surprised with it. Yeah.
Most people like it. Like those underground ex-YouTube maker movies, Backrooms and Obsession. Most people like
Backrooms. I'll do it for next episode for sure.
Yeah, I haven't watched either of them yet.
On that. Yeah.
I did watch The Furious though, doubling up on my martial arts weekend.
A little bit of hammer smashing, hey? A little bit of looks back.
Yeah, he just made them all more handsome. That's what the looks maxes tell us. Smash people in the face with a hammer, and they just look better afterwards.
Jeez, how did they get those kids to do those stunt moves, though? Like the little kid hanging off the side of the car?
Probably with wires, maybe with green screen.
Probably with very lax, safety regulations. I think,
they chose a location somewhere in Southeast Asia with lax workplace safety rules.
Anyway, so that was a good week. We had some good films in there. There's some decent new releases, but sometimes you got to sift through the shit. And sadly, my week was full of shit. But I did end up watching I did end up watching Female Trouble. Mark watched it the other week, and I was like, I need to watch that again. It's been years since I've seen Female Trouble was like the first John Waters movie I ever saw. And I went back and watched it again with a whole bunch of guys. We're all bloking it up. It was real cool and fun. Good movie to watch in a group. But yeah, we're here for Sanjuro, the sequel to
Yojimbo.
Yojimbo, yeah.
But sequel only in the sense it's the same main character. It's completely unrelated to Yojimbo.
Absolutely unrelated.
But good old Toshiro Mifune, he's awesome.
Yeah. What did you guys
right?
like? Yeah.
Yeah, I love how relaxed he is in everything, he's always... So what did you think of the movie?
Yeah, I mean, going into it, knowing that it is some sort of a sequel, you have a bit of a bias on the review because the first one kind of sets a precedent for how good the film should be. But watching it as a standalone movie, I probably would say it's still the same as even if it wasn't a sequel. Or I I thought it was technically well made, but the story just didn't really have like the same emotional pull for me as films like Rashomon or Hidden Fortress or Ran, which are some of his, I think, better ones. Seven Samurai as well.
Yeah.
But I still thought it was an entertaining film, like nonetheless.
In honor of the movie, I was looking up cocktails that had sake in them because there's a lot of sake drinking going on in Sanjuro. This has Japanese whiskey and sake in it, and coconut water. It's called Cocoa Geisha, and it's pretty good. The movie was good.
The movie to me felt like, you guys ever played World of Warcraft before?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Yeah.
So you get together in groups of friends and you sit down and you discuss how you're going to take around this battle. You know that there's a tank, there's a boss, and there's healers in the back and stuff like that. Everyone has their positions, and every boss has to be kind of approached differently with a bit of tactic. And then there's some fuckwit like Leroy Jenkins that comes along and fucks it for everybody. And that's exactly how I felt this movie was. There was a lot of planning, a lot of, hey, we've got to go this, we've got to strategize this, and da-da-da-da-da. And then some fuckwit goes, I don't trust him. He's going to be a dickweed, Let's go get him. Leroy Jenkins. And fucks the whole thing up. And then we're going back and we're replanning and we're strategizing again. And then some fuckwit again, Leroy Jenkins, and off we go. And it's like, fucking hell, movie. Stop it. But at the end, it had I love the ending. It was a very satisfying ending. The flowers going down the river to give the thing had a very memorable scene that just will stick in my brain for years to come. It was really well done. And the final battle, I really love the quick 2-second sword fight, but the intenseness that built up before it.
It was all about who's going to make a move, because if you make the wrong move, you lose.
Yeah, and you don't want to sort of compare the film to, I mean, like Yojimbo, but I prefer Yojimbo a lot more because the tone of Yojimbo was a little bit more serious, whereas this one was played for laughs a little bit with this one. And and sometimes the guys that he was protecting, Toshiro, they were just dumbasses, the whole time. Like they were just like, for the plot to move forward, they had to be dumbasses the whole time. And it got a little bit like, I was like, after a while, it's just like, okay, they can't be that sort of like naive in a way,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Akira Kurosawa. How do you say it's a crap film?
How do you not?
But
there's no such thing as a bad Kurosawa movie. There's just good and great.
Yeah. I mean, the cinematography was great. Everything was carefully constructed within the frame, and it was not very nice to look at.
Yeah.
But yeah, just didn't find it as engaging as some of his even earlier works. Like the Rashomon and things like that.
The basic plot, for anyone who wants to know, is this wandering masterless samurai happens upon a group of young men in a village where there's shenanigans going on, and they've got this idea they're going to do it, and he just hears them and goes, "You're going to get killed if you do that. You've misread the situation. It's going to be like this." And he proves to be right. And as Charlie was saying, there's a series of Leroy Jenkinses, because he keeps going, okay, I've now got a plan. We should do this. And someone messes up the plan, and he's going, okay, that's pretty bad because you ruined my plan. okay, I've come up with another plan and do this. But there's also some cultural things. I could certainly pick up on them. But it's like all the men have the same hairstyle. It's this really severe thing where most of the bit here is shaved and tied up. And our hero Sanjuro is a full head of hair, and he's scruffy, like he's a wandering vagrant, basically.
He's a Ronin. He means he has no master. Yeah.
I don't think that would automatically register so much with modern Western audiences. I was looking at it kind of like, oh, I think this for the audience in Japan in the 60s, this was probably super obvious. This wandering samurai is scruffy as hell and a real outcast looking guy.
Yeah, that's true. You don't actually think about that in today's day and age, because you watch the film now and you see Toshiro, and you see he is different from the rest of them. They're all clean cut, but that's a good point. Good point. It doesn't actually hit its home as hard as it would as if it was in the 60s or when it was made 60 something. Or yeah.
And like you, Mark, I was a little surprised at how much was played for laughs. I wasn't expecting that. Even just little things like these idiot guys, they did it a couple times. Their heads all popping up to look at something, and they looked very foolish when they were doing it.
And
he had jokes all the time as well.
They had the floorboard gag, which was a reference to Yojimbo.
Yeah.
They had the same joke in Yojimbo as well when they popped up under the floorboards. And that was hilarious at the time, you know?
Yeah.
And how about that dialogue? You know, we've got to stop running around together as a group. We look like a centipede.
Yeah, that one. What about the sword fight at the very last sword fight? The big splash of blood.
Which again, that was the only splash of blood. There was lots of fighting. Some later Kurosawa films, so much spraying blood. This one that was really jarring because all the other fights had not really had blood, and then you just get this fountain. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah. He just walks off, just like, see you later.
Yeah,
enjoy.
Satisfying ending. It falls in the good end of Kurosawa as opposed to the brilliant end of Kurosawa films. But it's definitely entertaining. I definitely recommend it.
Although it was slow, and although there was a lot of dialogue, I never felt like I was getting kind of dragged along for it. I always felt interested in seeing, like it was like watching one of those World of Warcraft playthrough streams. You know, when the streamer does it and they plan their attack, and you're sitting there going, oh, I get it. Yeah, I'm following along and seeing and going, I'm taking notes because I want to do that myself, you know, and stuff like that. Well, obviously not in the samurai sense, but, you know, seeing him structure a strategy was very cool. So, yeah, I never felt like it never felt slow. It never felt boring. It always felt like it was moving along, even though there was a lot of moments when it was just talk, you know.
Yeah. All in, definitely worth watching though. I mean, I'd maybe only give it 3 out of 5 instead of 4 out of 5, but sort of a strong 3 out of 5. A definite recommendation.
Yeah, I'm at 3 as well. I like Yojimbo way more.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 3.5 because it's technically well made, and I mean, in terms of the samurai films for Akira Kurosawa, there are a lot better samurai films that he's made, but this one was still engaging for me, and I'd say for me it's a 3.5. So,
excellent.
I 3 because Charlie hates halves.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's out of the way. Now we're going to pick the next movie.
Okay, next week's.
All right. She's got to have it.
Yeah.
The Seventh Seal. A Desperate Living.
Yeah.
Bodhidharma. Trial by Jury. I tilt these upwards so we don't get the reflection of the stream on the disc.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
these are all real, To Sir with Love. Did you know the theme song? The To
Yeah.
Sir
Yeah,
with Love.
Lulu sings
You know,
it.
Jimmy Page was the guitarist on that song.
I did not
From
know
Led
that.
Zeppelin.
Hmm.
And so that's it. Hit
Right,
me,
Where are
boys.
we leaning?
I'm going to go Desperate Living. Like I said, I haven't seen it, so I just want to watch that one. To be
Okay.
honest, so
I'll go down with it because it's the 50-year anniversary of the release of
Yeah, it's a good
Desperate
time.
Living.
Yeah, for it. Yeah,
Let's do it.
all right,
and
awesome.
yeah, you're gonna have fun. That's for sure.
Oh, John
Alrighty.
Waters is always fun with John
There's
Waters.
gonna be
Yeah.
a moment you're like, "Oh my god," But
Yes, that is the
Yeah.
oh my god period of John Waters.
yeah,
Do you know, I had a party once. This was like years ago, and it was a film night, and I had a huge projector going, and I should have thought about it at the time, but I had Pink Flamingos playing as one of the movies, and like I had all these guests over, and it was supposed to be, it was like a 70s film night thing, like late night thing. Yeah, it wasn't the right vibe. It kind of like I felt a real shift in the,
yeah,
especially when it got to like
Ah.
the chicken scene and that.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was just like, all right, yeah, John Waters is not party material.
Or the poop eating.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with Caligula, and everyone was just like,
Okay. True story. My first real date with Mrs. Angry was going to the movies in a cinema to see Hotel Rwanda, a movie about the Rwandan genocide. Why she ever gave me another chance, I don't know. But I was legit, because I got tickets to it. That's why I thought, this is a serious art house film. It makes me look serious. And it's so awful because it's about the Rwandan genocide. And I'm just sinking into my chair going, worst date movie ever.
Is that with that Ocean's 11 guy? What's his name? Who's the lead actor in it?
Oh, now
I can't think of
I'm
his
blanking,
name.
but he's like in a million things.
okay, Don Shield,
That's Don
the one.
Cheadle. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Don
the one.
Cheadle's the
Nick
lead.
Nolte, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
Joaquin
but
Phoenix,
it really centers on Don Cheadle, that movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's pretty full on.
It's pretty tough going.
Yeah.
I don't see Clooney. It doesn't say Clooney. Supposedly Clooney's in it as well. It says Heine, but
Really? Okay.
okay.
Maybe.
I think he might be wrong, but I'll look it up before making a call on that. But
That's all right.
Right.
I'll just edit a bit out. Nonetheless,
I feel
we
like
picked our
we've talked
movie.
more about everything but the movie of the week, but that's a good roundup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a fun week next week, that's for sure. I
Great.
think
Oh, yeah.
sometimes we need to do serious films to mix in, though,
Yeah.
I think it's to keep our credibility, Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was good actually going back and revisiting that film because I must have made much of an impact because I'd forgotten about it. But I had watched it maybe 15 years ago,
I've watched Yojimbo like 5 times, and I've
Yeah, I
never
can remember
seen-
that.
I didn't even know there was a sequel, So
Yeah.
I was up to it. Yeah.
No, I remember Yojimbo and the scenes in it, but I had seen Sanjuro, but I couldn't quite remember Sanjuro. So
And of course, I'm a big fan of the remake of Yojimbo, Last Man Standing, with Bruce Willis.
There are
Yep.
really complicated stories. Someone in Hollywood owned the rights to remake Yojimbo, and they never made it. And a different studio just went, I'm just going to make a movie that's a total knockoff of Yojimbo. And they got sued, and they lost the lawsuit. Because they had obviously directly infringed on this person's right to make a Western remake of Yojimbo, because the setting's completely different, but the storyline's exactly
I
the
think
same.
we've had a chat about this. It was actually Fistful of Dollars that copped it. not not so
Is that
much.
right? Am I getting
Last
the
Man
stories
Standing.
mixed up?
Yeah, Fistful of Dollars got their ass handed to them because they copied Yojimbo.
Okay, now I want to
But,
look up these stories. So I
Yeah,
understand.
Last Man Standing got away with it. Walter Hill directed Last Man Standing.
Oh, as soon as you said Walter Hill, I am remembering we talked about this. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, all right.
All right.
Well, it's been fun once again.
I don't think we should sing a Japanese version of Move the Week,
No,
should we?
no. I was dodgy enough drinking a cocktail called a geisha. That's a bit. I'm definitely not going to do the. That's the stereotypical Chinese, not Japanese. Isn't it?
Movie of the week.
You just went right ahead and did it. There we go. Well, discretion's the better part of valor. I'm leaving this video.
I'm not even
see
going
you
to
next
attempt. See you guys.
Bye, everyone. Oh my god, that's too funny.
Don't forget to send me the sound file tonight again. I love that. Last week you made so much easier.
All
I
right,
right,
had
yeah.
pretty much the whole video done by Monday night for the movie of the week.
Yep.
And then I could spend, from Tuesday till Thursday working on the 30, which is the harder one, to be honest, because it's so much longer. Yeah. And it just means both of them are cleaner. And I was really happy with this week's edit on the 30 video. It worked out really well this week.
Yeah. No,
Considering it was torn, I got away with it. YouTube didn't shut me down or anything,
Those intros with Angry. Classic.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the cast of Hotel Rwanda and no George Clooney.
Maybe he produced it,
That's quite possible.
co-produced. Or...
Okay. Are you sticking around for the Laserdiscs, Mark, or do you have to be elsewhere?
I'll probably have to. I'll get this audio uploaded and I've got to get the
All right.
kids down. So,
Alrighty, I'm going to make it.
Smashing, baby.
no worries. Well, it's been a pleasure, guys.
Good to
As
see you,
always.
man.
No worries. I'll see you next week.
All right, I'm going to make a drink for the Laserdiscs.
Yes.
Just an old-fashioned.
Well, we're in main season now, I get to put on my Laserdisc hat.
Where are we?
Yes, Clooney was in Ocean's 11. That's correct.
Oh, I'm going to do this.
Clooney was Ocean's 11. Just same way Sinatra was the original. All right.
Get ready, because here I come now. Making a very quick and dirty cocktail.
It's going to be a tough one this week. We're going to have to pretty much go through the disc pretty quick tonight because there's going to be a lot there that we don't know.
Okay.
So I'll make it up with trailers and stuff in the edit.
Okay. Here we go. Okie dokie.
Did you hear what I said?
Not really.
There's going to be a lot of films tonight that we don't know again.
Oh, well, that's okay. Let's see if we
I
can come up
didn't
with
say,
something to say about them.
let's do this. I just went,
Yeah, no, let's just go.
all right.
All right, we're rolling.
Last week we did a whole episode about banging a box. And now this week, we're doing a whole episode on box sets.
Ah, nice.
So what I love about box sets is there's with Laserdisc, it's a real premium product. You know, they don't cut any corners. They add lots of extra features, not just digital extra features like you get on a Blu-ray, paper extra features and
Oh,
extra
booklets
little
and such like.
novelties that come with it, and it's
Yeah.
really cool. Now, I'd
Cool.
love to show off some of these box sets, but most of them are still sealed.
Okay.
I don't like to have them sealed for customers. I like to have
No.
them to have the privilege of doing that, of course.
No,
right?
that makes sense.
So I'm here with my bro Angry again.
Welcome, everybody.
And we're going to
Give
knock
a little
out
bit of ASMR to
30
start.
more Laserdiscs for tomorrow.
Stirring my drink. All right, let's
And,
go.
Here we go on a. All right, first disc is
Tora.
which we've done before. I love that bit. Did you remember the video when I showed it last time? It showed that great scene where the stuntman, almost got killed by the explosions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very visual movie, this one's very well shot.
I think Akira Kurosawa had something to do with this one too, actually.
Yeah.
Come to think of it.
I'm trying to think, because it's a World War II movie. The Battle of the Coral Sea. It's like a really famous battle.
Re-examination of Pearl Harbor.
Is this actually about Pearl Harbor? Am I getting mixed up?
Yeah, no. This is the attack on Pearl Harbor. All the planes that committed. Is it called Harry Carey when you
No, kamikaze.
Kamikaze, when you fly your plane straight into the boat, you know, like just as an explosive.
But sorry, to clarify, is this about Pearl Harbor or is it something that happens after Pearl Harbor?
So the movie is all about Pearl Harbor, exactly about Pearl Harbor and blowing up the big ship that's harbored in Pearl Harbor at the time, which was an American ship. Yeah. And the base and stuff like that. So from one spectrum to the complete opposite, we have Till There Was You.
Rom-com. War movies to rom-com.
I'll tell you what, that does not look like a movie that you'd expect to see on Laserdisc. That looks like something out of the 2000s, you know, when...
It does, doesn't it?
Dylan McDermott, Sarah Jessica Parker. What was the first one? Gene Triplehorn.
Gene Triplehorn. Yeah.
Gene
Triplehorn is what makes it 90s.
Oh, and Jennifer Aniston's on the back as well.
Oh, people who were going to be much bigger stars after this movie came out.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So this is a pretty late release, but it's not that late. It's got that late release style, especially here where they put all the information in late releases. They always put it here, but it does have the old Pioneer logo.
Oh, there you go.
So this will be 1997, maybe early 98. But not a 99 release, yeah. But still sealed. All right, next up we have the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. This is so popular. This jumps out of the shop pretty much as soon as I list it.
This is definitely millennial childhood memories, this one.
Yep. And directed by Steve Barron. Who I'm a big fan of because he made Electric Dreams. He also did the Merlin miniseries with Sam Neill.
Yeah. So he had a good run in the 80s and 90s then, that director.
Oh, and you remember that Pinocchio disc that had the lenticular artwork when you moved it? That was a Steve Barron film. And, of course, he's most known for music videos. He did the one with Michael Jackson standing on the stepping things that light up.
Yeah.
Yep. And he did the most famous video of his career is when he did the Take On Me music video that's all like animated with pencil.
Yeah.
I'm a big Steve Barron nerd. Sorry, I had to get
Apparently,
that out.
yes.
Yeah, I'm going to keep on talking about it every time he comes up. Tin Cup.
Okay.
Because
This
there's
is
really not enough shit about golf.
this is late in Kevin Costner's run. This is less successful than all the ones before. Like, he had the great run of Dances with Wolves and Field of Dreams and whatnot. And they were still trying to milk it here, and it didn't really work on this one.
Oh, so this is like Field of Dreams, but on the
But golf, yeah.
on the golf course. He did another one for the Love of the Game, and that was very Field of Dreams. But that's a old baseball player who's trying to do one last
Yeah.
hurrah before he retires.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Oh, the sequel to the Last Picture Show.
Oh my God. Films
Haven't
I
seen
should
this
have
one yet.
watched.
I've seen the
haven't.
Last Picture Show, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two films I
so-
should have watched and I haven't watched: Last Picture Show and Texasville, because people always talk about those two.
I haven't heard so much people talk about Texasville.
It's not as big as The Last Picture Show, but it's definitely got a fan base.
When it comes to Texas, the one that stands out to me is Paris, Texas. That's
Which I only recently watched for the first time. Real trip of a movie, that.
Wow, that last scene where they're sitting away from each other and not looking at each other in the peep show
and
thing.
talking. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, what's going on in Harry Dean Stanton's head the whole movie? It's wild.
All right, next up we have The Trapeze. This is another Burt Lancaster film.
And Tony Curtis.
I've been a bit Burt Lancaster crazy ever since we watched The Train the other week.
Oh, and Gina
yeah.
Lollobrigida. Wow, Italian Siren, super popular in the 60s.
So then this is basically them trying to pull off the ultimate stunt on the trapeze.
You know
but
what?
They need to have the perfect
I
trust between
think
each other.
I have seen this. Like in the olden days, pre-home video, when just really old movies were played on TV. You didn't get any recent release movies on TV.
Right.
And there's a real competitiveness between Burt Lancaster and Tony Curtis's characters,
Yep,
and
you remember it.
which
Yep.
results in a terrible accident while one of them's trying to do a really complex trick without a net.
That's the one.
Yeah.
You remember it.
There you go. I
Right.
saw that on TV on a Sunday night when I was a kid, but I remember it because of the doing the trick without a net.
Burt Lancaster is an outstanding performer that burns into your brain. That's why.
Exactly.
Tony fucking Curtis. Okay, this is Tryst,
which means a secret assignation, as in you're having an affair.
Oh.
That's a tryst.
This is open, so it's not. Look, this.
Is there no one memorable in this?
When I have the proper tools.
I don't see anyone's name written in big letters. I feel like this has not got anyone well known in it.
No. Oh, I see the word Sterling Entertainment. So that just screams out to me. Yeah, low budget.
That might have been a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll have a look at the trailer. That just been on. Yeah. All right. Tony Curtis again and Yul Brynner.
Wow.
Taras Bulba.
I don't know it, but I'm immediately intrigued. Tony Curtis and Yul Brynner. It's looking like epic sort of period film.
Yeah, it does look like an epic, doesn't it? Angry, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we've got Yul Brynner, like playing a Mongol character or something like that.
It wouldn't be the first time he's done something like
No,
that.
because he has very ambiguous features, so he was always
Mm.
being cast as different ethnicities.
Mm. Like The King and I.
Yes, he was the king of Siam.
Mm. All right, next up we have Triple Cross. I don't know who Michael Paré is, but I know who Billy D. Williams is.
Yeah, Billy D is in there. Now, Michael Paré, he was a lot of direct-to-video stuff. He was like a C-grade action star.
He looks like the kind of guy that would lose a spaceship in a poker game.
Yeah, Billy D. He's probably the best thing about the movie.
Yeah, probably the only reason I'd actually watch it, yeah. All right, next up we have The Tigress.
Okay, are we going back into porn again? that's the
Yeah,
vibe on this one.
George Peppard.
George Peppard. Oh my gosh. I feel like that was late in his career when he was just getting some retirement money.
Yep. Valentina Vargas, In the Name of the Rose, James Remar, 48 Hours, Jigsaw Cowboy, and George Peppard, Blue Max, Carpetbaggers, star in this erotic thriller. There you go, you got it. Of the insatiable sexuality and passions of a woman no man could ever tame.
So there's like a lot of people who were minor supporting roles in big films and George Peppard.
You're right, yeah. All right, next up we have True Romance again.
Love this film. I mean, the clips you could...
It's extremely popular. I have a lot of copies and they keep coming up and they keep getting sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great film. Love it to death.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of cleavage from Patricia Arquette.
Yeah. Great Patricia Arquette role. Peak Christian Slater. But really great supporting stuff. You got... Brad Pitt is hilarious. He's in kind of one scene as a stoner flatmate. He's hilarious. But who else is in it? Dennis Hopper, James Gandolfini before he was famous. Just a stellar supporting cast.
Absolutely, yeah. All right. Woman of Desire.
Is that Anthony Perkins?
I don't see Anthony Perkins there.
No, just
Jeff Farley.
That drawing of the male face.
Jeff Farley. He's from the Lawnmower Man. You know, the one that was a little bit slow in the Lawnmower Man. That's Bo Derek, and that's Bo Derek. You know, that is Robert Mitchum.
God, speaking about people who are maybe just doing this to fund their retirement, it's like, again, softcore porn. They're maxing out the see-through wet shirt, aren't they?
Right? Yeah.
Teenage boys, you've got to watch this. You can almost see her boobies.
Oh no! I guarantee you they'll be out. She had lots of movies where they came out.
Mm.
Her husband was almost insistent of her getting her showing off. You know, hey, you can't have this. You know. This is called Dinner at 8.
Ensemble cast? Who's in this?
Yeah, not an ensemble cast, but this one I don't know any of them really. Charles During, Ellen Green, Harry Hamlin.
All right. Sort of B-list ensemble cast. You know, immediately, just the way it's lined up, it made me think of the cover of A Fish Called Wanda. But
the other week we had that one. What was it? John Candy movie. You remember there was a caper kind of film with James Belushi and John
Oh
Candy
yeah,
and
a
Sybil
vaguely.
Shepherd and yeah, one of those kind of medium budget, medium to low budgets. Like
Yeah, so
let's
that's
do
like
a
an on.
comedy, but make it a murder mystery at the same time,
Yeah,
kind of film.
yeah.
Uh, Remake of George Cukor's classic of the '30s, Dinner at Eight. So yeah, it's a remake
Okay,
of another murder mystery comedy film.
all right.
All right, next up we have Joan Crawford in Torch Song.
Wow, I don't know it, but this is going to be someone's favorite movie, I
Oh
think.
yeah, there's lots of Joan Crawford fans out there, especially
Yeah.
ever since she had such an interesting life and had that movie made after her that was absolute cracker.
Yeah.
Joan Crawford, 1953.
Classic mid-century stuff.
All right, let's get into some box sets for a bit.
Alrighty.
First one we have is called Wild Palms.
Now I've heard of this. I can't place it. Like, who's the cast or the director or?
Okay, we got the director is oh wow, it's multiple directors, but Catherine Bigelow is one of them.
That may be where I've heard of it. This would be an early Catherine Bigelow film.
Yeah, quite the cast. We got James Belushi, Robert Logita. We got Ernie Hudson in there as well. Angie
Yeah.
Dickinson, Kim Cattrall, who's from Sex and the City.
Yeah. So if it's multiple directors, is it actually like a collection of short films, or is one of those ones where there are different bits that all come together?
Let's look it up. Wild. Okay, it's a drama miniseries. A man uncovers schemes of deceit when he accepts the presidency of a TV company.
Ah, okay. So that's why there's multiple directors, because it's actually a TV series.
And different episodes have different
Yeah.
directors. Right, of course
Yeah.
they would. Yeah. Did Wild Palms predict the future? Wild Palms presently predicted the ideas and concepts which have been formed now in the modern world.
There you go. So watch Wild Palms to see what it predicted.
Yeah, they control your dreams.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, a box set of Seven Samurai.
Yep.
Oh,
Seven
a
Samurai.
Criterion box set. That's going to be incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. We got an audio essay and presented in CAV format. So there's only half an hour on each side of the disc, but it's in extremely high detail,
Ooh.
which is really cool. Yeah, as Criterion says, more than just the movie.
Yeah. Wow. Now that's a serious collector's item, that one.
Here's another one that's really great. I love this pressing. I've got this myself in my collection.
Okay.
This is the Mrs. Doubtfire, but it's not just the movie. It's tons of special features. And there are outtakes and behind the scenes and deleted scenes and stuff like that I've never seen even on the Blu-ray.
Okay.
All
right. That's a real, because lots of people love this movie. So this is a great catch for someone who loves Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, and it looks gorgeous. And like I've always said it heaps of times that how Laserdisc straddles the mix between digital and analog, and it really takes you back when you're watching it. That feels like you're watching the movie for the first time at the cinema all over again. And when it comes to Mrs. Doubtfire, that's a really nice feeling. And speaking of watching a movie at the cinema all over again, this is A Mad, 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 Mad World, which was filmed in
I see.
Cinerama. Now, Cinerama was 3 cameras
Yeah.
on a like a semicircle,
Yeah.
and it would point at a screen that was at a semicircle. And you can see when you're watching the movie a line here and a line about here where the cameras overlap, because they have to stitch it together to make them all play in synchronization.
Yeah.
And if you think running an IMAX would have been complicated compared to then, no.
Yeah.
This is running 3 cameras, giant cameras at once.
My favorite bit of trivia about this movie, and I don't know if it's true, but I have read, because it's just a cavalcade of famous celebrities are in the movie for 30 seconds. They're all doing cameos. And I read once.
Some went for longer, but yeah.
I read once word got around in Hollywood that everyone who's funny or important in Hollywood is in that movie. So anyone in Hollywood who thought they were funny or important and wasn't in it was indignant and was ringing up the studio and just saying, "You got to put me in the movie."
Yeah, how do I get into this movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened with,
which is a great bit of hype if it's true.
Simpsons took this on as well. There's a great scene when Sam Neill, the burglar, buries all their stuff and was talking about everything's buried under a giant W.
Yeah, the Big W, which honestly we now have the chain of stores in Australia called Big W, which was pretty funny. It's under a big W.
Yeah, so this was everything was buried under a big T at the end of the.
No, you've reversed it. It's a big W in A Mad, 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 Mad World. It's a big capital T in The Simpsons.
Oh, have I got it backwards? Okay, my bad. Yeah, it. I tend to do that. Sorry.
That's okay. But yeah, it's such a classic The Simpsons referenced it in one of the early seasons.
Phil Silvers told a story about how he found out about the making of this movie and all the best comedians were in it. And he's the one who got his agent to call them up and say, "How come I'm not in this movie? How do I get into this movie?"
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of classic comedies,
Fawlty Towers.
The Fawlty Towers box set. This is every single episode of Fawlty Towers, all in one easy to access box set.
All 8 of them.
Yep.
It's one of the funniest things when you realize how few episodes actually exist.
How come it's 13 episodes on this?
I was just making up the number 8, but
okay, yeah, but it's you're pretty close, yeah. It's,
but like if a US sitcom was regarded as a classic and ran for 2 or 3 seasons, there'd be 60 to 80 episodes. This one's got 13 episodes. That's not even a full season. That's half a season in the US.
Yeah. They did the same with The Office and stuff like that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all the box sets, but that's a lot of box sets.
That and some really good ones in there.
All right, back to some normal discs again, and I'm sorry, it's going to be a few more ones we don't know, but next week I'll make it more ones we know again.
Variety is good. Surprise packets.
It's the spice of life, as you say, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Robert Redford in Willy Boy
is here. Tell him Willy Boy is here. Okay, this is a more obscure Redford Western. I am absolutely unfamiliar with it. Got Robert Blake in it too.
Yep. Yep, never heard of it. So
probably worth a watch.
And next up we have Robert Redford in This Property is Condemned.
That is another Redford film I'm completely unfamiliar with.
with Natalie Wood.
Again, I would say absolutely worth a watch.
Directed by Sidney Pollack. Sidney Pollack and Redford work so well together. They did heaps of movies together.
That would definitely be worth checking out, I think.
All right. Next up, we have Anthony Hopkins in Surviving Picasso.
Yes, I am familiar with this. I don't think I've watched it, but I remember, him playing Picasso in this movie.
But this will be in the $5 section, so
Look,
you can on it. Why not?
worth it. It's like a lucky dip pick.
Another $5 one is Stagecoach with John Ford and John Wayne.
Wow, that's a classic. Japanese pressing of Stagecoach.
Next up, we have Somebody Up There Likes Me with Paul Newman.
Boxing movie. I am vaguely familiar with this one.
This is
Pretty
directed by
obscure Paul
Robert.
Newman.
This is directed by Robert Wise, who also made Star Trek and Sound of Music.
Yeah.
Which is a really funny pair. I love seeing those two back to back. Last week we had Black Beauty. No, the week before. This week we got The Silver Stallion. I wonder if it was a copy of Black Beauty or something like that.
Kind of sounds like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, King of the Wild Brumbies. Looks like something Sophie would like. Oh, Russell Crowe's in it.
I thought it was Australian. It sounds vaguely familiar.
1992 this came out.
Yeah.
If I go from the start, it's Caroline Goodall, Russell Crowe, and introducing Amy. Oh, I don't know who that is. Sorry.
No, but no.
And comes a legend of a hero like no other. Thrower, the Silver Stallion. To Indy, the book her mum is writing is more than just a story. It's the key to a spectacular world that comes alive in her imagination. No matter what danger he faces from man or beast or nature or the elements, the prize stallion, bold, brave, and beautiful, must triumph over it all. It sounds like someone who has a horse fetish.
It's a horsey movie.
Young girls who love horsey movies. Okay, this one you know. The Russia House.
Oh yeah, this was reasonably big. This is sort of Pete Connery Renaissance sort of period.
Good story.
Yeah.
What I heard. I haven't actually watched this one myself. Oh, Roy Schneider.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen this. It didn't leave a lasting impression on me, but this was a pretty big film.
J.T. Walsh.
Yeah, good
directed
cast.
by Fred Shepsey. Yeah. Okay, next up is True Colors with John Cusack and James Spader. This is interesting, especially at the moment. If you're a politics nerd, this is a really cool political film where John Cusack kind of lies his way up the cultural chain and becomes friends with James Spader, who gets a job working for the Department of Justice. And during the movie, you know, like he does, John Cusack does some pretty dodgy shit to get well known. You know, like making deals with people that are a bit shady. And very cool film though. You know,
it's like late stage Brat Pack movie, that one.
All right, still sealed, except for this little hole in the back, but that doesn't mean it's ever been played. This is the Who movie, the opera, what do we call it? A rock opera. Tommy.
Rock opera. This is so trippy. This movie. I've seen this in a cinema. Seeing it on a really big screen with big speakers is wild.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's
the Tina Turner part sends shivers up my spine. You know, she is so powerful when she was really young in this.
Yeah.
There's some odd scenes like the bubble bit with Anne Margaret But you
So
know,
he'd been
there's
doing a
some
lot
really
of
cool
drugs
bits.
making this film.
Elton John singing Pinball Wizard
Pinball Wizard.
takes
Bunch
it over
of
to 11.
great songs
You know,
in this.
yeah, absolutely great songs. Yeah, yeah.
But it's very clear a bunch of the ideas from it came from a drug bender.
All right, then we've got Jailhouse Rock. This is well known as the first rock and roll movie. This kicked off a huge range of rock and roll movies that followed, especially right afterwards. Yeah, but Elvis's first movie as well,
And
and
it's pretty
Elvis's
good.
only black and white film.
Yeah. Yeah. A musical movie again, light years away from Tommy, a bit more easy and family friendly, but
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
yeah. Music changed a lot in those 10 years between
Yeah, there's
1959 and
probably not much more than 10
1969.
years separating them.
You know, like if you put on music from 2019, you know, to 2009, you would notice zero difference in the music. But 1959 to 1969, holy shitballs, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin and stuff like that had made their way in by then. Anyway, yeah, so okay, next up we have Martin Sheen in Judgment in Berlin.
Oh, is this about the Nuremberg trials or?
Well, let's have a look. Oh, is that's I thought that looks like Chris Penn.
It
Or
does.
Sean Penn, sorry.
Sorry, which of the pens is that?
Not here. Up here.
Yeah, no, I know what you're pointing at.
Yeah. Oh, you don't agree?
No, I agree. Who is it?
No, he's not in the cast up the top. So
What
anyway,
on
on August 30th, 1978, an East German couple traveling with their child used a toy gun to hijack an airliner to a U.S. base in the West Germany. Now they must stand trial and in a potentially explosive fight for their freedom in this taut political thriller based on a true story. Martin Sheen stars as Herbert A.J. Stern, an American judge brought to West Berlin to preside over the complex, precedent-shattering case. There we go. Sean Penn, seen in colours, gives an electrifying performance as the sole eyewitness in the incident, whose testimony holds the key to the freedom. It's funny, they use sometimes I see they're called M dashes. They're often used by AI nowadays.
Yeah.
And I see those and I go, oh, was this written in AI? But it's on Laserdisc. How could it be written in that? Yeah.
I hate it because I use
Anyway.
M dashes all the time when I write. Anyway, a little bit of ASMR for people. I'm just giving myself
It's a bit late for
non-alcoholic
a intermission, though. I'm not doing an ad and intermission this week. We're just going to kick through these last two discs and see if we can get this episode done at 40 minutes. Okay, so Just Like a Woman. Clothes Make the Man. This looks like one of those cross-dressing films or something like that. Yeah.
It's got Julie Walters. She's good.
Yep, Julie Walters, educating Rita. Yeah. And Adrian Passard, he was in Top Gun. And Paul Freeman from Raiders of the Lost Ark star in this brilliantly comic true life story and what it means to share your life and your love and your wardrobe.
Okay.
We'll see when we watch the video what the trailer looks like, you know. And lucky last is another copy of Memphis Belle. I've run out of copies in the shop. We
really
love this
good
film.
ensemble
it's
cast.
A Laserdisc staple.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing cast. Yeah. widescreen, and it will probably only be $10, I think. So
Yeah. Inspired by the true story about how dangerous it was to be on a bomber crew. And I think they had a rule like, if you survived 25 missions, you got to never go on another one, because almost no one survived 25 missions. It was so dangerous. And the crew of the Memphis Belle is on their 25th mission, and it's just incredibly dangerous. And so the tension the whole time is, are they going to survive, so they never have to go on another bombing mission? But it's just a really well done movie.
Yeah, very well, very dark, but very well written film. Yeah, and that's the end of the 30 discs for this week. We have smashed out that in no time, because it's a lot of movies we just don't personally know, but it's
But
it's stocking
you'd
stuffers,
actually know
fellas.
most
If you
of
need
them.
something to pad out the pizza box,
Yeah.
you know, it's always movies there you haven't seen, and they could be your new favorite film. You never know.
There were a bunch in there that you were saying you were putting in the $5 box, and I was like, that's worth a punt. Like, maybe you go onto the site and find one or two of your favorites and whatnot. But if you're getting a couple, some of those ones in the $5 pile, I reckon are probably a pretty good bet, and you should roll the dice. And as Charlie says, might turn out to be one of your favorite movies.
Oh, you were right about a couple of those films last week that sold in 2 seconds flat.
Yeah. Oh, some of them I'm just like, people want that.
Yeah. That Star Wars sold in like 5 minutes, and I didn't make that excessively cheap because it's extremely sought after. And nowadays people are selling them for twice what I put up. But I still made it a little bit more than I usually do, and it still sold like that,
Yeah.
What else sold really quick? That Terminator, that sealed Terminator movie, that Space Jam bundle sold like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Some good discs went out the door really quick this week, yeah.
Yeah, so you got to be quick, people, is what we're saying.
Yeah. As soon as I do the drop at 5 p.m. Melbourne time, 3 p.m. Perth time on Friday, which is 24 hours after this video comes out, to the minute, get in there, get shopping.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah. See you guys next week.
We'll be back next week, another 30 laser discs.
And until then, check out this outro.
Intro, outro, come see, come sa, It's... All right, let's switch the recorder off.
Yep.
Dun, 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 where are we? All right, good stuff.
Thank you, Angry.
All right, let's see what, if anything, is happening in the chat.
I'll let you chill out with your bros, your homies.
Makes it easier for me.
Yeah, all right, if you want. Yep.
No, it definitely makes it easier for me. Heidi's saying even I looked into buying Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is with that Star Wars is it's slightly under the perfect. So what is it? Star Wars is 2.25 to 1, I think, or something. 2.35 to 1, and the Star Wars on Laserdisc is like 2.39 to 1 because they made it a tiny bit smaller so they could fit the Japanese subtitles on the Japanese version of the same film when they released it in Japan.
Okay.
So it's not perfect, but
still,
it's the first version. So it's the one that just comes up Star Wars, not A New Hope. When it comes at the start when it's showing the text scroll.
Yeah. I also have all the trivia about that, like the scroll at the start, like people didn't know how they did that. It was literally painted on a really long panel, and they tracked down it with a wide angle lens. And like these days, you just do it digitally, like
digital,
But that was a physical thing. Someone hand painted all that onto a panel. I go, "Vroom." Will wanted to say they're sorry for interjecting. Will, that was fine. I love interjection.
Yeah, it was just a bit of fun, you know. Like we only
Yeah.
have to do the quizzes
nothing
for fun. No one's like, it's not like any prizes are being won.
Yeah.
And besides, I'm going to abandon those kind of quizzes and switch it up to something more like what we did at the end of the night.
Yeah.
When I had the cocktail movie music
Yeah,
and
that was
video
fun.
game
Yeah.
quiz, it seemed to go down a lot better. And I'm going to write my own next time. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
No, you'll be surprised. There are the people who are lasers collectors are filthy, rotten, mad, bloody, crazy. Are like obsessed with when you think you know your aspect ratios. These guys, boy oh boy, you know. If somebody puts so it's very easy to put in a 4:3 movie and then play it on a widescreen.
Yeah.
You know, and what ends up happening is it makes their face drawn out, like,
yes.
you know, and instead of the head being an oval shape, it's now this big circle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And people go absolutely crazy in the comments if you post up a picture of your TV playing a Laserdisc in the wrong aspect ratio.
Yeah.
You will get, like, you know, if it's in the right aspect ratio, you'll get 2 comments. Oh, I love that movie. Oh, great. You know, yeah. Oh, I remember that bit in that movie. I like that. If you put it in the wrong aspect ratio, you'll get 58 comments. Oh, you absolute fucking arsehole. How dare you put it in the wrong aspect?
So, yes, for engagement, do it as rage bait. Yeah. And hello, Forum Dreams. I'm having a good day. I hope you are too. You know what it made me think of? Okay, so Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey came out to like universally positive reviews. And all the right wingers had been obsessing about it for the best part of the year because of the casting of non-white.
They want to whitewash it. Yeah.
And they were raging, this is going to be terrible. It's going to be a failure. It's a massive success. It's a massive critical success. It's a massive commercial success. And they've now gone on 2 tangents. One is professional reviewers are a cabal designed to undermine Western society.
Yeah.
But the other one is just to have something to complain about. They're complaining about, because, you know, of course, there's an IMAX version and a normal widescreen cinema version. And if you watch it in the normal cinema version, you don't see the top and the bottom that you see if you see it.
Yeah, because IMAX has a much bigger frame.
They're acting like it's the crime of the century, as if there aren't hundreds of other IMAX movies. And it's just because they're losing their shit because they look so stupid, having had their little hissy fits about a film that didn't exist while they were having hissy fits. And then when it did come out, it's universally praised, and they're just dickheads. So he's getting lazy to play just to piss off the pedants.
Oh, another thing that pisses them off, if you want to go into this, is modern day scalers. You know how you can get like Elgato, you know, scalers and stuff like that will take your video games and change the ratio and upscale the you know, Super Nintendo is only 320 lines of code of information, and some people scale that shit to 1080p or 4K.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, that's fine to the video gamers, that's all good. But when it comes to Laserdisc nerds, you know, they're like, oh, what are you doing? You know, like, how dare you?
Yeah, the original thing doesn't exist in that resolution. Yeah.
So, you know, like me, I've got an old scaler. That these two here are called Kramer devices, and they cost like $300 each. But like they're the right way of doing it because I don't want to get in trouble with them, you know.
Oh, hey, Danny. He's saying happy to leave his Plex's complimentary service. Oh, I would love you to do that because I have the weirdest flaky thing. Sometimes I go to watch something on Charlie's Plex
Oh
on
yeah.
the PlayStation and it doesn't work,
Yeah.
and then I go to the phone app and it does, or that doesn't work and I go to the PC and it does. But now with yours there, I have a couple of times gone, why won't this play on Charlie's Plex? And I go to yours and you've got the same thing and it plays.
I'm getting a lot of people complaining, saying Danny's one skips a lot.
Okay, I don't have that.
Yeah, no, I think it comes down to different people's setups and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't feel any. You're supporting my service, dude. I'm not feeling like any toes are stepped on at all.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, Danny.
I figured out how to get all the movies back off one of those hard drives by putting it into my computer and then dragging and copying them onto a different hard drive and then renaming them all from CHK back into MKVs. So I've been sitting here for all fucking weekend changing them
away.
I'm so sick of fucking doing it. Yeah. But it's what I'm doing though is I think I mentioned this on Friday is I'm changing, instead of using all the normal movie posters like you're
choosing interesting images,
with the finger or something like that. I'm now doing one where you've got the basket and the kids flying past the moon, and it's specifically chosen for people who have already seen the movie once to make you go,
to get their attention
again. Now, like I want to get that feeling of watching that movie again from this piece of artwork. And I have gone to massive extent. Like each picture, I spend 5 or 6 minutes on the internet just hunting down the right movie poster. That's usually a DVD release that was done in Germany or Japan or something like that.
Yeah. Look, Ray's is amazed we finished the latest to have a poo, and how long was your poo, mate? Hey, Soph, how you doing?
G'day.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah.
Good to see.
She's sitting over there playing video games.
Oh, cool. Well, Mrs. Angry is out in the lounge room playing No Man's Sky.
Yeah, Heine, if you're going to put it on a modern day TV, like what mine is over there, or what yours is on the main TV, then yes, you will need a scaler for sure. Modern day TVs don't have. There's a thing called a comb, a digital comb, and they use them. All the CRTs have them, and some of them are really, really good. What they do is they when you have color bleeding and stuff like that, a comb keeps the edges really sharp. Modern day TVs don't need to have comb filters in them at all because everything they expect to receive a digital signal, a de-interlacing comb. Thank you, Danny boy. Yes. So that modern day TVs they don't have any reason to waste money to stick de-interlacing combs or color combs into them. So what I do is I got a Kramer specifically because it has a very good comb and it also has 2 HDMI outs. So I can HDMI to the television and to the computer at the same time. Not that I'm ever going to watch the TV and the computer at the same time on a Laserdisc, but it's nice to be able to have the option of press play and watch it on the TV, or press play and record it, just like I did last week with the adult movies.
Right. Nice. Yeah. So poor Ray's has been eating spicy fried chicken that has upset his insides, which is why he had to be away doing a poo for so long.
That's why you were gone for the whole video. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's all making sense now.
DVDs are a digital format. If you're outputting your DVD via HDMI already, then there's no need for scalers. That's already built into the TV. Or the it's because it's digital versatile disc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you want, I can give you access to the porn folder. There's a whole porn folder there. It's a
It is
whole thing.
classic
But
70s
it's
and 80s
all
porn.
70s and 80s bush. Like
It's, oh my God. Just as soon as you see the hairdos and the whatnot, it's like,
it's hair pies
oh,
from here to eternity. Yeah.
yeah. Oh my
No,
God.
scalers are for laserdisc and videotapes and for video games because they were all analog formats.
Right. So that's the tipper. If it's an analog format, you need the scalers. Oh,
Yeah,
Dr. Abigail, he's not mucking about.
it's
There-
80s porn, 80s and 70s porn. Yeah.
There's not one or two in there, I'm telling you. It's
No, there's hundreds of them. Yeah.
So Charlie says, I've never seen you watching porn. You've never been checking for the right 90 seconds, is all I'm saying. It's just
Yeah, no, I don't check that often anymore. That's the thing. I didn't even know you'd watched Sanjuro. I thought you might have given it a miss this week.
No. I was really into it. And Mrs. Angry watched a lot of it with me. Yeah, no, I thought Sanjuro was really quite good. Again, my biggest surprise was how much they played it for laughs, honestly.
Yeah, like I said in the video, I'm just really glad they, even though it was such a talky movie, it still managed to lock me in and hold my attention for the whole 90 minutes very easily.
The other thing I found funny is how all the old man characters all were basically pulling faces the whole time. They were all going, ooh. Like none of them were just sitting with a resting face. They're all going, ooh.
Oh, what was the one where he says he has such a long face that he was riding a horse?
Oh God, yeah. And someone said the rider's face is longer than the horse's.
Your
But that
face
was
is
the
longer
thing
than
at
the
the
horse.
start. The young men didn't trust him because he's ugly, and they trusted the other person because he wasn't ugly. And that was the first thing the samurai said to him, like, well, you're fucked up. From what you've told me, the guy that you're saying is unattractive is more honest.
Which
and the other guy's
translation
gonna get
did you use? Did you use the Criterion translation or did you use the Plex one?
I have no idea. I just
Because there was two subtitle tracks,
okay.
and the Plex one had small right letters, and the Criterion had big yellow letters.
Oh, I had small white letters.
Okay, yeah, because I used the yellow one. I used the Criterion one because it's better translated.
Oh, I didn't have any problem with this translation. The one that got me was From Beijing with Love. The subtitles were dodgy as hell. Like they weren't written by an English speaker. Because there were a couple of times where, because I'm having to interpret them, there was a couple of times the subtitle was clearly the exact opposite of what the person actually, in the context, you're going like, is for argument's sake to say like, oh, you won't listen to me, will you? And he obviously is saying, you will listen to me, won't you?
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple times where I saw the subtitles and I went, okay, you've clearly got the language wrong, and what's in text is obviously the opposite of what the character
and
actually
another
said.
friend on Civic TV, there was a movie called Hamburger the movie.
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
You remember Hamburger the movie? Wow, okay. So Hamburger the movie is like this low budget schlock comedy, one of those over the top silly early 80s, comedies.
It was trying to cash in on the Kentucky Fried movie, which was better.
Oh, no, well, Kentucky Fried sort of sketches. This is sort of like had skits, but it was more like a police academy kind of movie, where they're training to be working at a hamburger place.
Yes.
The same way that they're training to be a policeman kind of thing. Anyway, we wrote the subtitles for that film. And it was excruciating how not so much typing them, but having the timing perfect.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is difficult.
So long to do. So I'm always impressed with subtitle. Never, you never abuse a subtitle track. Sometimes if it's shit, it might have worked for their version, that's all.
Maybe I'll try Killers of the Flower Moon again, but every time I watch it, the subtitles are
Oh, right,
5
yeah.
seconds out of whack, and it fucks it up completely.
Yeah. Yeah. I can actually stick a proper synchronized subtitle track into that.
Oh, don't worry about it. Jeez.
Yeah. I'm just saying if you ever wanted it, you know.
Yeah.
But I want to finish off this project, getting it all back up on its feet first, and that's
Yeah,
going to
of
take.
course. Yeah, no, that's job number one.
I'm only doing that on weekends too, because during the week I'm busy with the shop and editing and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, of course.
No, I'm looking forward to this week's video, just smashing that one out. I don't think it's going to be one of our better videos, but it will still be okay, you know.
Oh, no, there were a couple of good movies in there, and we had some interesting things. And I think also just highlighting, particularly, I think the Robert Redford ones we didn't know, but I have a suspicion. I think that might be an okay or actually good movie.
Mm. Yep. It's a case
Sorry.
of when experts warn Washington actively against targeting Australian industries and infrastructure.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Whenever you see any government person obliquely referring to nation state actors or nation state backed malicious actors, they're talking about Russia or China. It's real. It's absolutely real. And what we probably have, in fact, what we almost certainly have, is Chinese and or Russian hackers have actually infiltrated systems, but they haven't done anything to tip off that they're inside the systems. It's a technique called living off the land. There are basically two approaches if you breach a system. One is to try and cause havoc and maybe get them to pay you to stop causing havoc. The other one, nation state actors, is to thoroughly infiltrate systems, but not do anything to betray the fact you're there. So for strategic reasons, if you want to disrupt someone who's being adversarial to you, then you do it. Like the Telstra outage, which was just a Telstra fuck up, but it highlighted problems within the Telstra infrastructure. Yeah, Danny, we have had a digital Cold War going on for the last decade at least. It is true. Like occasionally you'll get someone like Barnaby Joyce being a fuckwit and saying something like he's going, "Oh, don't buy a Chinese car. The Chinese government's got a backdoor into them and shut them off." Look, there is a non-zero chance that that's true. Is it something we have to worry about? Almost definitely not. But you can't legitimately say Barnaby Joyce.
American cars aren't going to do the same. You know,
Yeah.
you can't. So there's not a non-zero chance that if you buy an American car.
I'd refer people back to one of my favorite sci-fi writers, Cory Doctorow, did a series of short stories, like 10 years ago, called Car Wars, where he was actually in Australia. He's talking to researchers at one of the Melbourne universities about smart cars, because it was the early day of smart cars, and they were explaining to him how they worked or how they were going to work, and he just extrapolated with his right mind and said, "Oh, how would I exploit that system?" And he wrote a series of short stories about different ways to exploit these autonomous systems. Still pertinent. And yeah, Danny, kind of be mindful. We are because I work in cybersecurity and we haven't had any major incidents, but anyone in cybersecurity who says we can never be breached, don't trust them. It's basically almost any system, any company, any government. If a sufficiently motivated hacker wants to mess with you, they will mess with you.
And it's that kind of attitude that will get you in trouble the most too.
Yeah.
People are, like so confident, cocky.
Yeah, like we do simulated phishing campaigns just to keep people thinking about it, where you send things that are typical of the sort of phishing emails. to try and get people to click on things. And if they do click on them, they get a, hey, this was actually part of our training. We're trying to highlight to you the sort of phishing emails. Like, if this was a real phishing email, this is what could have happened when you clicked on it, just to remind people. But whenever I'm talking to people about it at work, I always say, although we do that, and some people feel like they've failed terribly if they get this message, like, we're just trying to get you to think about it. Because
Are you one of those people that has a different password for every website you go to?
Yes and no. I have a different complex web password for every important website I go to. For websites I don't give a shit about, I tend to use
The same
but it's
one
still
for
a
those,
complex password with special characters in capitals and numbers and letters and all that.
I use variants of the same password. So if you know me, you could probably figure them out, you know.
I have a mnemonic in mind, which is a thing that reminds you, and it's tailored to each site. So kind of after the fact, if you saw all my passwords, you'd go, oh, I see the pattern of what he's doing there. But it's not, if you don't know my passwords, it's not a guessable pattern. Because, yeah, like for banking and my social media and anything I want protected, the password tends to be more than 10 characters.
I assume you're teaching that to your staff and stuff like
Oh,
that.
we use passphrases now, which is, so the whole thing about capitals and special characters stuff, that's actually less effective than just having a passphrase. Like, I could have the passphrase for StreamYard, like, this is my special StreamYard password, and because that is so long, even the most
you can't get it hammered by those programs that guess it letter by letter with words.
Even the most advanced ones would take millennia to crack it. So after asking, can passphrases be hacked? Once you get past 12,
can be hacked.
Once you get past 12 or 15 characters, there's no computer around today that can crack that in less than a millennium. So, but what's fun, there are some sites that, I forget what it was, but there was one that I really liked as a teaching tool that shows over years, like in 1980, to crack just like a 6-character password in normal text would have taken years. Now it takes less than a second. And it shows the different complexity in passwords and how hard they were to crack in different years. And so currently, like, you have a 12, 15 character passphrase. My passphrase is actually longer than that. Even the most advanced things today would still take a millennia. Now, everyone's paranoid about quantum computers. That's still vaporware. Some very smart people say the threat is real, that even encryption will be broken by quantum computers.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about quantum computers in the last couple of years, eh?
Oh, yeah, look up Q-Day. People have been talking.
And then AI came along and no one talks about quantum computing at all anymore.
Yeah, no, in security, people are talking about quantum computers because they're talking about Q-Day happening sometime in the next 10 years. But it's not real till it's real. And some stuff that people are sure is going to happen never happens. But people smarter than me say quantum computers will be able to crack the most complex encryption that exists today.
As much as everyone's holding up resistance to AI, I don't see it going away.
Well, again, the term AI is so broad. It means so many different things.
AI videos, AI music, AI chat box.
But the thing is, these companies have been pumping.
It's been everywhere now,
Those videos are absurdly expensive to make. People don't realize how much it's costing the companies.
Oh my God, Danny boy, when my hard drive died this week, I went looking for another one. Now, last October, I bought a hard drive for. Remember, I took up the collection from everybody, and it was $700 I needed for 2 16 terabyte hard drives. Right? I went looking for the shop and it's $950 for one 16 terabyte hard drive now.
Yeah.
So the same thing would cost me around $2,000 for
Yeah.
what I asked for $750 last time. And so I'm just like, fuck it, we can go without, you know.
Yeah. No, fuck those companies. Yeah. But yeah, even from them, like producing those slop videos is absurdly expensive for them. And they're just lying and pumping up the bubble at the moment, and they can't keep doing it forever.
Oh, so it's money. It's got to be able to make money, right?
And nothing they're doing now can make them money. They're just burning money. They're
Well, they
burning
shove ads in your
millions.
face while you're
Yeah.
getting it made.
So
But
I don't.
there's been a lot of bosses complaining that AI has cost them more money than they expected. That they got rid of a lot of staff to replace with AI, and AI is costing almost as much because there's a certain amount of requests you get for free, and then you got to pay for everything over it.
And also, it's fucking slop, and humans have to fix the slop. Anyway, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to go.
Yeah, it's past 10 o'clock, dude. We just got kind of in the zone.
We got in the zone. So I'm going to send you the audio files.
Yeah, I'm going to transfer mine on, and then I don't do anything tonight. Tonight is relaxed night, and then the first thing when I get up in the morning, I start lining them all up, you know, synchronizing them and stuff like that, and then get rid of all the audio. You know, all
the thing I do in the morning is go to work. If I don't send it to you now, you won't get it till tomorrow night. So
yeah, that's what happens with Mark too, because he works for Australia Post.
Yeah,
and he goes to work and doesn't get home till 5.
Yeah. All right, so you fine folk have fun. I'll be back on Tuesday in all probability, but I'll say bye for now.
You are totally fucked up!